Welcome to Second Sunrise and to our nightly series, Silver Moon Stories. Here, each evening, we share calm tales to help you unwind, reflect, and rest deeply. Every sound and every word you'll hear is crafted to slow your breathing and guide your mind gently toward peace. So find a comfortable place to rest. Let your body soften and allow the quiet to meet you where you are. Tonight's story is called A Forest Lullaby for Emotional Healing. It is a tender journey through moonlit woods where the night wind and the trees teach the body how to let go and remind the heart how to rest in peace and belonging. If you find yourself weary after a long day, come rest here for a while. This is a protected place, quiet and kind, where the world loosens its hold. Let the evening draw a soft curtain and let your breathing fall into its gentle sway. If your heart feels heavy with the day's noise, or your mind too full to rest, come sit beside the quiet. In this space, you are held, seen, and safe. A forest lullaby is waiting, steady as starlight, tender as moss underfoot, with a calm breath in and a softer breath out. We begin. Dusk gathers like warm wool around your shoulders, and the path ahead opens with patience, inviting you to step into ease. The light lowers to a velvet hush, and shapes become simpler, kind on the eyes. The earth underfoot is cool and steady, carrying the day's heat away. Pines lean toward one another, forming an easy canopy where your thoughts can rest. Here, the pace is natural and unhurried, like the way leaves settle after a breeze. As you enter, feel the trees rise with your inhale, their tips lifting toward the final glow. And on your exhale, sense the leaves fall back into the evening, a soft surrender you can share. Shoulders ease as the night air passes, quiet and sure. The air smells faintly of resin and rain gone by. Somewhere ahead, a stream braids through the shadows, its voice distant and kind. Far off, an owl offers a low note, then waits. Wind threads through pine needles with a tender whisper that sounds like yes, you belong. Each step you take is welcomed. The path seems to recognize your weight like an old friend who understands before you speak. It feels like a place you've walked before, though maybe only in dreams. Let the day's edges soften here. Thoughts that felt sharp begin to round. You can let them drift down like leaves turning in the air, finding a calm place to land. Your jaw loosens without effort, simply because the forest asks nothing of you. Your brow grows smooth as the sky deepens to blue-gray. The steady ground gives your feet quiet confidence. Breathe with the rhythm of this place. Slow in like the high branches sipping the last of the light. Slow out like a long shadow lengthening across a familiar trail. The canopy settles above you, a shelter that needs no walls. The scent of damp earth rises when your foot presses near fern and root, a reminder that the ground knows how to hold what it is given. This path is timeless. Many evenings have passed along it, and still it remains sure and simple. It knows your steps, even now, and meets them with ease. The hush ahead gathers, stitched with the faint silver thread sound of water. We follow the hush toward it, letting the forest guide our breath, our pace, and the gentle softening that comes when belonging is felt, not forced. The trees open just enough to reveal a ribbon of water moving with quiet purpose. Smooth stones line the bed, round from years of friendly weather. The current slips over them in silver threads, catching what little moonlight has arrived. The surface speaks in soft syllables, never rushed, always returning to calm. You kneel or stand nearby, close enough to feel the air cool with each turning of the stream's breath. Let your own breathing mirror this rhythm. Draw air in the way water gathers itself before it rounds a stone, full but unforced. Release the breath as the current does, smoothing its way along each curve and shining as it lets go. Jaw, brow, and hands begin to unlace, as if the stream is gently undoing the day's knots. The fingers no longer clutch, they rest. The tongue softens, the forehead clears, like sky after rain. Notice how the stream carries what it touches. If there is any heaviness tucked in your chest or your belly, offer it to the water's faithful drift, not as a push, not as a demand, only as a willingness to let the flow do what it does. See your worries as small twigs set upon the surface. They are not the river, they ride it. Light and movable, they spin once, twice, then continue downstream, becoming part of a longer story that needs no effort from you. You have done enough for this day. The stream understands. It asks for nothing more. A warm awareness gathers at the center of the chest, like a small lantern cupped in both hands. Let that glow spread a little, as gratitude often does when invited, but not pressed. Perhaps the gratitude is simple, the steady beat within you, the gift of breath, the patience of your own body carrying you through many seasons. When warmth is gentle, it finds its way into the places that felt dim. Moonlight touches the moving surface, and tiny paths of silver drift away, each one saying, "It is safe to release." The water hums of continuance, of clearing and returning. It knows that letting go is not an ending, but a turning toward ease. With each exhale, feel that turning. With each inhale, feel the cool edge of night air meet your ribs, kind and clear. The stream's lullaby is not loud, it is consistent. It neither hurries nor waits. It moves in the only way it knows, forward, soft, complete. When you are ready, let that same softness carry you a few steps along the bank to where the trees part into a small clearing. The ground there holds a pale sheen, as if washed by moonlight, a gentle place to rest as the night deepens and your heart takes comfort in its own quiet work. The clearing receives you with a hush that feels like welcome. Low grasses bend in the night's soft drift. The ground is gentle underfoot, a cushion of leaf and moss that remembers rain. Here, the air is mild and kind. The moon rests above the treetops, lifting the edges of each blade in a pale glow. Nothing presses, nothing pulls. This space is content to be, and it invites you to be too. Settle where comfort finds you. If you lie down, the earth meets your back with quiet support. Hips feel steadied as if the soil understands their work and offers its own strength in return. Knees release their holding. If you sit, the ground shapes itself to your rest. Either way, the body knows this posture. It is the shape of ease. Breath slows with the night's chorus. Crickets rise and fall in gentle waves, your inhale rising with them, easy and slow. The exhale follows as the sound drifts back into the grasses. Neck muscles loosen as a thin cloud glides over the moon, shading the light like a kind hand. The belly softens as warm air passes, as if the evening itself is smoothing the fabric of your center. Shoulders lower, not by command, but by sympathy with the wind through the grass. The small muscles between the ribs open a little more with each quiet breath. Hands rest where they wish, palms easy, fingers uncurling. Even the soles of the feet sense reassurance from the ground's patient hold. You belong to this calm. You are enough for this moment. The body, faithful and steady, has carried you through years of dusk and dawn, tasks and tenderness. Offer it a soft thank you. Let that gratitude settle like a warm blanket across your chest and back. The earth beneath you has held countless nights like this, each one different, each one gentle. The moon lifts a fraction more. Its light arcs gently across the clearing, inviting your mind to follow. We drift with it, deeper into rest, carried by the night's careful hands. Above you, the canopy becomes a quiet lattice, branches interlacing like calm hands folded in trust. Through the gaps, stars gather as tender sparks, never harsh, only present. The sky holds them the way a pond holds light, without effort, without sound. Thought clouds thin here, spreading out until they are only mist at the edges. The mind becomes still water under midnight's watch. Breathe in with the silver hush that hangs between leaves. Let it fill the small rooms of your chest. Breathe out with the tender dark that rests under the boughs. The air has the softness of old linen worn by kindness. Your breathing finds that texture and wears it too. Memory arrives the way moonbeams do without knocking. A face softened, a place you loved in another season. Every memory arrives gentler than before, touched by the same moonlight that softens everything it sees. You do not need to follow. They pass like constellations, present and moving. Your only task is to watch them drift. The forest keeps watch. Trunks stand like guardians without a need to guard. Roots knit the ground into one steady being. You can loosen your hold. Let the mind rest where breath leaves it. Let the body rest where earth receives it. The night deepens. The clearing grows even quieter, as if it understands how to shelter your sleep from within. If a thought returns, it lands like a leaf on a pond and dissolves into rings that fade to calm. Breathing settles into the simplest rhythm. Breathe in with a silver hush. Breathe out with a tender dark. The canopy hums, a low lullaby only the heart can hear, and the heart, hearing it, answers by growing quiet and sure. Stay with the ease that is here. Let a final sequence of breaths move through you like a small tide. Slow in as if gathering moonlight, slower out as if laying it gently on the water. Each exhale loosens what still holds. Shoulders drift, jaw softens. The space between thoughts widens to welcome quiet. What you released tonight now rests with the stream and the roots. The water carries it forward, the soil holds it kindly. You have given the night your burdens, and the night has answered with calm. Trust the exchange, trust the body that knew how to meet it. Morning will come with light that is clear and kind. With it, clarity will stand beside you, and quiet strength will rise from the same ground that supports you now. There is nothing to chase, only a soft return to yourself. Let sleep come, the way stars appear, one, then another, until the sky is full. You can rest now. The forest is keeping watch. May your rest be deep and restorative. Thank you for sharing this moment of peace with me.